morning, you guys. Happy Thursday. I think it's Thursday today. I just wanted to come here and give you guys a bit of a reading update. I haven't spoken to you in a few days. It's been a bit of a hectic week, but I have finished a book in the meantime. So let me just tell you what I finished, and I'm about to finish another book. So where's my, oh wow, I've finished 10 books this year and I'm about to finish my 11th. So where's the book? Let me go fetch the book. Okay, so I read and finished The Other People by CJ Tudor. I gave this one a 4-star rating because it was actually interesting and I was really intrigued the whole time. So I did mention that it follows like 3 perspectives. One is a father by the name of Gabe who her daughter got kidnapped 3 years ago, and the day that she got kidnapped he was following this car in traffic and could have sworn that he saw his daughter at the back of this car. He gave chase, but the car managed to get away from him. But that was also the same day that his wife passed away. And he, for a long time, was a suspect in the murder. And the police basically said that both his wife and his daughter were both murdered in a robbery gone wrong. But he kept saying, I saw her. I feel like my daughter is alive. I saw her. And the reason why they suspected him as well is he was allegedly on his way from work, only to find out that that was a lie. When they called his work, they're like, no, he didn't come in today. He was working from home. So it was very suspicious from the get-go. The second perspective is of a young girl on the run with her mother. Her name is Alice, and she has these sleep episodes. I don't know what they call the condition, but she seems to have a phobia when it comes to mirrors, and every time she's in a space where there's a mirror and she happens to look in the mirror, she sees a ghost-like person. She sees another girl in the mirror and she ends up passing out, like properly falling into a deep sleep. And every time she wakes up with a pebble in her hand, and her mother does not understand what is going on. So there's that part of it as well. And they're constantly on the run. It looks like somebody's chasing them, and her mom keeps telling her, you know what, we're not safe, we have to keep moving. So they keep moving from town to town. This girl can't even go to school, and she's having to kind of like grow up way too fast. And yeah, that whole story also was just very, you will know when you read the book. The third perspective we're following also a young girl, but she seems to be in a coma and has been in a coma for a very long time. You don't know who this person is, but the story keeps going back to her as well. But this was very interesting. There's a very big mystery element of it, and I liked how CJ Tudor kind of like brought all 3 stories together and shown how everything kind of links. And I was very interested. I did pair this with the audiobook from Audible, so I had a really good time with it. So yeah, gave this one 4 stars. And then I finished a reread of Pages & Co. Book 1. So I read Tilly and the Book Wanderers, which is actually the book at the back here. I don't have my copy of book 1 because I did borrow it to my niece-in-law to read, but I just wanted to refresh my mind with the story, and in preparation for me to pick up book 2. Book 2 is part of the books that are on my February TBR, so I just wanted to give myself a bit of a refresher to see where the story went. But essentially, in Pages & Co. Book 1, we follow Tilly, who is an 11-year-old girl who lives in a bookshop with her grandparents. So from the get-go, you know that her mother disappeared. Her mother is missing, and she disappeared when Tilly was still a baby. And Tilly's father is known to have died from an illness, but at first glance you don't know, or in the first instance you don't know who her dad is, and she doesn't know who her dad is. Her grandparents know, but they're not really telling her. And one day Tilly is just wandering in the bookstore, and she comes across this girl named Anne with an E. And Anne has bright, did they describe it as auburn hair? It's not orange, like bright auburn hair. And she's just like, why do you look familiar? And then the next day she meets another young girl in the bookshop by the name of Alice, and she's like, why do you look familiar? And she realizes that these are characters from her favorite books, Anne of Green Gables, as well as Alice in Wonderland, who are appearing in her bookshop, and she doesn't understand what's happening at first. And she also comes across her grandparents speaking to these people that she's never heard of before. And when she asked about, oh, who's that man you're talking to, and the grandfather will be like, you saw him? So as the story progresses, you realize that Tilly and her family have a gift to what they call book wonder. So this means that they can, one, travel into books, and two, when they read their favorite book in a book type of setting, like a bookstore, a library, any place that houses books, those characters could come out of the book in front of them, and these characters can also pull you into the book. So it's a book about books, and I just love it. It also talks about friendships, because Tilly meets this young boy who is dyslexic but really loves to read as well, and there's a lot of conversation around their favorite books and their favorite characters and how do they choose their favorite characters, and they go on this journey to try and figure out how does this book wandering thing work, because they also like tried to figure this out on their own before finding out from the adults what this actually mean. And it was really, really fun. I absolutely enjoy it. I enjoy the audiobook as well. I listened to the audiobook on Everand, so the whole series is available on Everand. So I already have book 2, which is Tilly and the Lost Fairy Tales, saved on my Everand as well. So I can't wait to read this one, and because I have the physical book as well, I can't wait to see some of the illustrations in the book. This is one of my favorite children's books. It's one of my favorite middle grade books. I just love the adventure element of it. I love the reading parts of it. And at the end of the book, the author lists Tilly's bookshelf and the books that she has on her bookshelf. And I actually want to read them. I actually haven't read these children's classics. Like last year, I picked up Anne of Green Gables, and I read it as a graphic novel. I don't even know if there's one that's more of a novel-like, but I read Anne of Green Gables last year. I definitely want to read Alice in Wonderland, and I want to read The Little Prince. So I can already see over here that they've got Rapunzel, Hansel and Gretel, The Emperor's New Clothes, The Ugly Duckling, La Cabinet de Fierce, Little Red Riding Hood. Like, I can already tell that they'll probably be wandering in these books. So I can't wait. Okay, but yes, this is what I am looking forward to. And then I am currently reading Immortal Dark by Tigist Girma. This is a black vampire story set in a university setting. Okay, and from my understanding, right, this is supposed to be a romantasy. I'm on I'm past chapter 20 now, because I did listen to it while I was at gym. Chapter 23, chapter 34. Okay, yes, I'm on chapter 24, so I'm just gonna move this. So yeah, this is how far I am. My audiobook is about to expire in the next, I think, 9 hours from my Libby, so I will continue to read this with my eyes, which I think is going to be better. Even though I am enjoying the audiobook version, I find that I'm struggling to concentrate with my audiobooks lately. Like, I don't understand what's going on. I think like my mind just wanders way like too much and I think that I'm constantly thinking about everything that I need to do, that I zone out when I'm listening to my audiobooks, which is not ideal because I love listening to audiobooks. And I had also started yesterday, I sampled The Crash by Frida McFadden, which is a new book, and I need to read and finish that one because it's 11 other people waiting for it, okay? But I'm actually really enjoying this one. It's following our main character, Kidan Adan, and she is human, but she is part of these group of families called the Aktis, and I think there's 12 families, and each one has a house at the university, and the only way that members of this family can live on campus, because it's very secluded, it is only open to the students and the vampires who live there. The only way you can live there is that you have to be enrolled into the university, and you have to graduate in the study of Dranati, which is also the name of the vampires, how they describe vampires. And the people, the humans who own and live in these houses, also become essentially food for the vampires. So long ago, vampires were roaming around killing everybody, and the last sage, with his last power, decided to enact kind of like 3 rules for the vampires and humans to live peacefully with each other. And one of them was that there would be 12 families, and each family would be would have a certain number of Dranati or vampires as part of their family, and these vampires can only feed off of those family members. If they feed off of anybody else, then it is a crime. And the more vampires you have in your household, the more powerful your household is. But in Kidan Adan's household, there's only one vampire left. And you find out why. But I feel like there's a lot of mistruths in here, and like I said, this is a romantasy, but I love the fact that we don't see a romantic element of it. I like my romantasies with a high level of fantasy than the romance part. And I also like the fact that our love interest, our male love interest, has not been exposed yet. There has been a couple of boys and men, let's say men, including vampires, including the main vampire, mentioned in here. But if it is a romance with the one vampire that's left of her household, then this will be a very good enemies to lovers romance, because I feel the tension between these two people. They hate each other, and Kidan hates vampires. She was raised for most of her life outside of the UCLA University, so she is not accustomed to the rules, and she's not accustomed to living with vampires. On top of that, she has a twin sister that has gone missing, and she believes that the vampire Susenyos Sigard is the one who is responsible for either her kidnapping or her murder, because she's not sure if her sister is still alive. So she blames him. She hates him. He hates her. And you get to know that he's trying to take ownership of this household, where the houses are usually passed down to the human descendants. But since Kidan and the sister June are essentially the last people alive in her family, she had to enroll into the university, be around vampires that she hates, just so that she can find her sister, because she got the lead that her sister has been taken to UCLA. So we haven't seen June yet, but I'm looking forward to it, and I'm really enjoying the story. It reads very well, especially on paper. It reads very well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to reading the rest of it, which I really do want to read with my eyes. But yeah, I'm having a very good time with this one. I can't wait to give you guys more of my thoughts. But yeah, this is what I'm reading this week. Because my audiobook is about to expire, I'll probably continue with Crash this week, because by the time I get to this one, I also want to continue that with my eyes as well. So yeah, that is all the updates. I did undo my hair yesterday. I'm hiding it in here. I did undo my hair yesterday, and I have to wash it. So I'll probably wash it after, not after, but during my lunchtime. I managed to go to gym this morning, and I've got my smoothie from Kauai. This is the plant peanut butter bliss bomb. Don't know which word comes first. This one is a favorite. I did add 1.5 spoons of sea moss gel to it, because if I had made a smoothie at home, I would have had my sea moss gel, and I want to have that daily. So and I can't even taste the sea moss gel. I still taste the peanut butter bliss. But yeah, I'm gonna get back to work. I will probably catch up with you guys maybe around lunchtime, but I actually need to edit my video at lunch, so I don't think I'll get much reading done, but I would like to. We will see how that works out, but for now I will catch you guys later on. Hi you guys. Okay, we are a few minutes to lunch. So I just want to tell you what's going on. I am going to prep my hair. I'm going to wash my hair, and I'm going to be doing a rice mask. Not really a mask, because I'm still going to do a mask, né? But I wanted to treat my hair with some rice. It's rice water, but it's more like rice paste. And because I didn't have enough time to do this, to prepare the rice water like 2 days ago, because you need a bit more time for it to essentially ferment and get the water to the properties you want. So I boiled it until it was like very soft, and then I blended it, so it looks more like gooey actually. It looks like very gooey. So I'm gonna put this on my hair and keep it on my hair maybe for like 15-20 minutes, and then wash it off, shampoo my hair with the new Garnier shampoo. I'll go grab it so I can show you guys, but I did show it in some video, but it might have been a while back for you guys, because I think I showed it in my February reset video, which I still haven't finished prepping. So I'm going to do that to my hair. So my hair is dirty right now, and I don't know what the right way of doing this is, and I'm not gonna go watch a YouTube video, because if I do, I'll probably find out that I'm doing it wrong. And then I will feel the need to follow it exactly, and I'm not in the mood for that. So I'm gonna do it the way that makes sense for me right now, and that is to apply it, leave it on my hair for a bit, and then go wash it in the shower, because I'm gonna go take a shower. I did go to gym in the morning, and clearly I'm still in my gym outfit, which means I didn't take a shower after my gym, and it's fine. I'm gonna take a shower now, and then I'll wash off the hair in the shower, and then afterwards I will do the deep moisture mask that I got from Garnier. I used it on my daughter last week when I washed her hair, and it was great. It worked really great. It was moisturizing. I will see with my hair as well. Her hair is texturized, so yeah, my hair was texturized. When was it? 2 months ago. But it will probably revert back to its natural shrinkage. But yeah, I need my hair washed. Oh, I just needed the braids out. I've had braids for a long time, and I think I need a few weeks with my hair out. I am gonna have to wear like wigs a lot, but I needed my hair out so that I can properly get it back to its moisture, because my hair feels dry and I'm getting worried that it's gonna break. So I can feel it's dry. I try to moisturize it as much as possible, like a couple of times a week, but I think I mentioned this before, that my hair needs moisture every day, and I've been very lazy, and I want to get out of that laziness, because when my hair thrived, guys, years ago, when my afro was thriving, that's because I was moisturizing every single night and putting my hair into twists and putting a bonnet over my hair. I'm not doing any of those things right now, and it's a problem, and my hair can feel it. So I need to do right, because my goal is to grow long, luscious, curly hair. Okay, so yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I went to a bookish event, so it was the Penguin Random House Media event on Tuesday, and I didn't tell you. Did I tell you that I was going there? I don't think I told you that I was going there, but there is footage of me being there, which I've shared on my social media already, but I would have shared that footage here as well, and I'll share a picture of my outfit over here. But it was nice. I got some books, but I have not unboxed because I know which books they are, but I haven't shown them anywhere yet, because I want to show them in a book haul first and then do a TikTok for it. And then I will come back and show you guys the books that I got. I also received a book from the people at NB Publishers. So yeah, I haven't shown you anything. Like, it's just been so hectic. It's been really, really hectic. I've got 2 bags, because one is for Katleho. I've got Katleho's books here, and then this is my bag. I've got 3 books in here, so I'll show this when I do that. And then I've got some books and merch from Cassava Republic. This is the first time that I'm getting anything from Cassava Republic, and you know what, Nay? This is because of Umpile. This is because of Umpile. She was just like, I got my girls, okay? And we've got a book in here that is wrapped up quite nicely, so I will do a proper unboxing. And a cup. We've got a mug. So thank you so much to the team at Cassava Republic. I don't even know who's the team at Cassava Republic, which is something that I need to fix. I need to find out who I need to thank for this. But yeah, I've got that. And I still have 2 books that I need to show from Jonathan Ball Publishers that I received actually in December, but I have not shown them on any platform. So I need to do all of that. But yeah, let me not waste time, because I'm gonna waste my own lunchtime. I'm gonna prep this hair. Let me see what it looks like when I do it. Feels weird. I used brown basmati rice, because that's what I have in the house, because that's what we eat. And I haven't done a rice water treatment in a while. The benefits of a rice water treatment is to help with increasing protein in your hair. Protein in your hair helps strengthen your hair, which I feel is something that I need right now. And like I'm saying, these are the things that I used to do when I was doing the right things for my hair. I haven't done those things in a very, very long time, and my hair is literally suffering because of it, and I can't take it anymore. Like, I can't keep taking shortcuts and hoping for the best. Okay, I need to be proactive in getting my hair to be healthy, and health will equal growth, and then I won't have to even worry about growth, because if it's healthy, it's growing. If it's dry, it will break. Or maybe the right term is, if it's healthy, it will retain length better. So length retention would be much better than if I just leave it dry, because your hair does keep growing. Every month your hair grows, but if it keeps breaking, then you don't see length. And for me, I see length, but it's very, very slow. And I know my hair can grow faster than that. So yeah, it's about time that I fix that. So this is what it looks like at first glance. It has no smell. It smells like rice, but if you've used rice treatments on your hair, you'll know. If you've kept it brewing for like a day, 2 days, it has a much stronger smell, but this one doesn't have that strong smell. I didn't add anything to it. I didn't add any essential oils. I did think about adding rosemary essential oil to it, but I'm not gonna do that. I think I'm gonna actually add a few drops of the rosemary oil in my oil that I use on my hair. I use the which oil? I use the castor oil from who? Oh guys, I'll take you to my bathroom and then you can actually see all the products I'm using, so that I can just stop trying to make things up. Let me actually go upstairs and do that. There's some rice grains on my hands, but yeah, this is what it looks like. I haven't trimmed my hair in a while, and I can see it does need a trim. There's a bit of hair coming out, which is fine because my hair was braided. I am expecting some hair to come out because I've had my braids also for a while, so that's not surprising or worrying for me. But yeah, let's go upstairs and let's go do this upstairs instead. The consistency of it, if you can see from there, that it's a bit like grainy, but I don't mind the grainy. So this is the shampoo that I'll be using. This is the Garnier Ultimate Blends. It says it is made with 96% natural organic ingredients. Love it. It is an aloe vera hair food quenching shampoo. Quench is what I need. So I'm gonna use everything to make my hair feel soft. And aloe vera also has like properties to help grow your hair, which is great. And it says it has up to 8, it will make your hair up to 8 times smoother. It is a vegan formula and it has no silicones, therefore it will give you like a natural feel. It is for dehydrated hair, which my hair is definitely dehydrated, which is also why I'm taking a break from braiding for a bit. And this is what they say your hair will look like after shampooing. I hope it focuses. Can you see how it's apparently meant to bring your curls out more? And if you have Caucasian hair, it should give you a bit more shine. It is a vegan formula. It is cruelty free and all the things. So this is why I picked this. And then I also picked this multi-use mask. It is also made with 97% natural organic ingredients. It is also promising up to 8 times smoother hair. It includes vitamin C, E, and F. It is an aloe vera hair food. And it also says quenching. It's the quenching and the aloe vera that got to me. It is also for dehydrated hair. It is vegan. It has 99% biodegradable formula. It is tested under dermatological control. It also has no silicones for a natural feel. And so the formula benefit says it boosts intense shine, hair feels moisturized, which I need, hair feels stronger, which I need, and for hydration, it prevents frizz, Smooths hair fiber, seals hair cuticles, and hair looks repaired. So you guys had a look at what my hair looked like before this, and this is what my hair looks like right now with the rice situation. So yeah, we'll see what it looks like after. It probably won't, I'm not expecting it to really show up after one wash or one use. I'm expecting for me to use it like for a month before I can properly see the benefits of it. I did mention that I already used some of it for my daughter, and these smell really good. Hey, they smell amazing. So yeah, and with my natural hair out, I'll go back to washing my hair once a week, which I am not doing that if I have braids on. So yeah, so I always start with my leave-in conditioner from Cantu. This is my favorite. This is the shea butter leave-in conditioning repair cream. It's almost out. It is almost out. I'm less than halfway through this because I use it, my daughter uses it, my husband uses it. And then I follow with the castor oil from Native Child. When I started my journey, I was using just Native Child products, which I absolutely loved, but I feel like over time the formula changed, especially for their whipped shea butter, because I loved their whipped shea butter. It changed over time, and even with the leave-in conditioner, when I bought it, I think last year, to try it out again, my hair did not feel moisturized after using it, so I had to stop. This is the only thing that I have not stopped using. So I'm going to add my drops of rosemary oil in here, which I think my rosemary oil is in the kitchen. So yeah, I will put a few drops of rosemary oil in here so that it stays. Rosemary oil also is known to help with growth and stimulation and all the things. And then when I'm done, normally if I've been moisturizing my hair for a long time, I will use this Nilotica Deep Moisture Butter. These have gotten much cheaper. Nilotica used to be expensive, guys. It used to be so expensive, and I never tried it because it was pricey. But this is under 100 Rand. This used to be, I think, 200. But because I haven't moisturized in a long time, I'm going to use this instead. I'm going to use the Chebe Shea Butter as my sealant. So I'm not going to use this today, but tomorrow, because I would have used this, I will use that. Okay, so we'll swap between these two. This is basically finished. This is finished. There's like few scrapes. This is finished, but I do have a full bottle that I ordered this month, so I've got that. But yeah, let me wash my face and then do the rest of the things. Hi you guys, it is Saturday morning and I'm here to undo my bookshelf because I want to go move it on the opposite wall to be as close to the other one as possible. And I guess I've also decided that I'm going to rearrange the bookshelf. We are going to rainbow shelves. I've been craving rainbow shelves for a while and I want to do it, but that also means it comes at the risk of me not being able to find my books. That's a problem for another day. But today, this is what we're gonna do. My idea was to put everything in white together, but then group, let's say YA together, and then African literature, thrillers, and then fantasy. That's how I want to do it, so that there's still some kind of grouping where I can be able to find my books. But if it's not possible, and let's say a fantasy book has a darker shade of spine than another one, it will probably fit in between. I will figure it out, but I will show you guys when I'm done. I'm not gonna take long videos of everything because I don't have enough space on my memory card, so I'll do snippets. all the books are now on the couch with an aisle over there. So the bookshelf was sitting there. That wall is empty now. We're still gonna decide what to do, if we're gonna move around things in the house. But this is what we are working with bookshelf wise. Unfortunately, we've got this wall in between because it is a load-bearing wall, so can't do nothing about that. But if I'm standing like this, you guys can see all of the books, okay? And I'm gonna do rainbow shelves starting from this side all the way to that side and then around and around. Idea is that, so I prefer my books being vertical, as you can see this side, but I have a ton of books and not all my books will fit vertically. So what I'm gonna do is the top shelf is gonna be all vertical, and then the next shelf is gonna be horizontal, and then we'll do vertical, horizontal, vertical until we're done. This is where I am right now. So I'm gonna start with the golds, browns, and then when I'm done with the gold browns, then I will move to the blacks, and the blacks will be all at the bottom. So this is what it looks like. The cart, I haven't arranged. The only thing I did on the cart is that the books at the top is my current TBR for the month, and then everything else, it's just, at some point it was books that I wanted to read in the near future. But right now I feel like it's just holding books that I don't know where to place. And there's books with like multicolors on the spine, which I think they're probably gonna end up on the book cart. So yeah, this is what we're working with so far. I am liking it. Don't ask me how I'm gonna find any of my books. Don't ask me that question because I don't know. All I know is that I like the way it looks right now. The whites are, oh, you see how many whites I have when everything like comes together. Yellows are not so much, oranges and pinks are not so much, reds are a bit more. I've got a lot of greens, I've got a lot of blues, and then when it gets to purples and different shades of purples, it gets very tricky because I don't know what to do. And then there's like different shades of grays as well. Also don't know what to do, but I just put it in a way that I felt makes sense for me. So yeah, this is what we got going on. I wish this wall wasn't there, but I mean, the house has to be balanced. So the wall stays. But at some point, I think I want to get some, I always talk about this, but I never do it, but I want to get some greenery, and I feel like it will be really, really nice to have greenery run down from the top. So this will be definitely fake greenery. So I want leaves coming down, I want lights. So I'm gonna remove my lights and rearrange them, because if you guys notice up there, there's no lights, but then this side the lights start at the top. So I need to make it be more cohesive. Up there I've got all our games, board games and stuff, but our favorite one is by the table. But I also have books that I am putting up there, though that's essentially my unhaul pile. So I'm starting a stack for my niece, and there's books that I want to give to her. So that's my unhaul pile and books that I will be taking to the library. At this point I'm just packing because my feet are starting to really hurt, so I'm just packing books away. But as I read, I'm going to be very, very brutal this year with unhauling, because I need to work on unhauling my books. So yeah, I'm gonna continue packing. I'm not gonna record that because my battery is dying and I don't want to finish battery in space. And yeah, I just want to be done as well, because I want to sit down and relax and edit some videos and read and do some crafty things with my daughter. So yeah, and I want to show you guys that. So I'm going to stop talking right now, and then I'll come back when the whole bookshelf is done and I can give you a tour. morning, you guys. It is Sunday morning. It's 7:45. I've got my Duke on because I just moisturized my hair and I just wanted it to be put away. But I am sitting in front of my laptop because I need to finish editing my video. Which video am I even editing today? I think I'm editing my book haul. So I need to edit my book haul and put that up for upload. I also have my January wrap-up video that I need to edit. So yeah, I think I'm gonna sit here and edit. I just boiled some water because I'm gonna make some matcha. I need a cold something, and I thought of making coffee, but I'm like, ugh, it's a Sunday. Should I really make coffee on a Sunday? Not that there's like a specific day to make coffee, but my coffee intake, I try to keep it to 1 cup a day. And when I'm at home, I can manage that fine. When I'm in the office, that's a different thing, because when I commute to work, I need a cup of coffee, because I realized last year that I get so tired driving, because it's an hour's drive from my house, because our offices are in Joburg, and it takes an hour and a half to drive, because if I leave home and I go drop off my daughter, if there's no traffic, that's 15 minutes, that's great. And then I would usually go pass by Starbucks to get my coffee, and then I would head on to work. So it's like that whole commute was like an hour 15 to an hour and a half. And when I used to have to drop off my husband, it would be 2 hours. So I would be so tired on the road and feel like I'm falling asleep. And having a cup of coffee really helped me out. So yeah. But I need to just finish editing this video, and then I can start editing the next one. Yesterday, me and my daughter, wait, let me get some lips. My lips actually dry and my throat is dry, if you can hear my voice. But I'm gonna go get something for the lips. Okay, that's better. You can see that I'm in like a different location. This is where the other bookshelf used to be, and now it's over there, and I just love the way it looks. I still have to go and fix my lights, because yesterday I got so tired that I just couldn't I just couldn't do it anymore. So yeah, so I've decided to do rainbow shelves, put my bookshelves next to each other, and I think they look so good. And today I'll rearrange the lights, and I need to get my greens, my leaves, and have them like hang down and intertwine them with the lights as well. I think that will look so pretty. But yeah, my bookshelf is done. I need to edit 2 videos today. I needed to record my anticipated releases for January and February. I still haven't done my January one. I've saved all of the books that I wanted to talk about, but I haven't actually filmed anything. And I think maybe I could film it in this corner. I like the lighting here because there's a big window right behind you guys, but I've got no books behind me. So if I have to film here, maybe I'll bring my book cart or something. But it's nice because there's a table here, my laptop is here, I can read the synopses from the laptop. But yeah, I need to do that. But at the same time, I don't know if I'll get a chance to record that today. Maybe I'll try tomorrow, because we wanted to go to Putt Putt today, and also I need to go to Plasticon. What time do they open actually? I need to go to Plasticon to get more glass bottles for juicing. I bought some ingredients yesterday, and we're gonna be juicing. Well, I'm gonna be juicing because we're starting our juice fast or liquid fast from tomorrow. So I need stuff to juice. I think I should probably get like some sweet potatoes and butternut for making soups. But the thing is, I still have to cook real food. Not real food, but I still have to cook solid food because my daughter still has to eat solid foods. And just in case my husband feels like he needs to break a fast with actual food, but I want to try and keep to breaking my fast with more liquid, which would be the soups or maybe a smoothie if I don't have soup. But yeah, I don't have enough plastic bottles. I mean, not plastic bottle. I don't have enough glass bottles to put all the juices. I only have 4 bottles, and I want to make a lot of juices. I want to juice a lot today, so I've got some beetroot, I've got some celery, I've got cucumber, I've got apples, I've got carrots. So I can. Oh, they open at 8. Okay, great. Okay, let me finish editing this video, and then while the video exports and upload, I think I'll go to the shop and get the stuff, and then I'll come back home so I can start with that. I also need to iron laundry. Oh, guys, there's a lot happening today, and yesterday I thought I did a lot, but I knew there's also a lot. Yesterday we did our diamond painting. Me and my daughter did diamond painting for the first time. I don't think I showed you guys the end product, so I'll go grab them and show you guys, but it looks really good, and it was so fun and so relaxing to do. We literally spend, I think, about 4 hours doing this. Like, if you have a child and you know how hard it is to keep them still, to keep them focused on something, this worked for me and her. But also, she's a creative like me. She likes doing arty things, and the first time I saw her when in December properly concentrating on something for hours without watching her tablet, because she is only allowed to watch her tablet from Friday after school till Sunday. During the week when it's a school night, she's not allowed to watch. So I thought that she would constantly want to stop and then go to watching her stuff because she hasn't watched the whole week. But she did not do any of that. She was just patient doing her diamond painting, and she kept repeating how nice this is, how she's enjoying it, and it just made me so happy. So I'm like, okay, we definitely have to get more diamond painting kits. I don't know where we're gonna put all of them, but maybe I feel like I need to get some kind of like container or something as like a memory thing to put all our creations in there, because I do want to do like more creative things with her. Like the other day I was coloring, and I found so much joy in it. So I colored this page. I used the highlighters that I got the other day because it's so much easier and faster to do it with that. But the downside of it is that it bleeds through to the other side, and you can't use the other side. But I think I might be able to find a solution if I can get a cardboard or something that is A4 that I can actually slot in between while coloring, so that I don't lose the other pages, because this looks so good. So I want to color as well today. And while I was doing the diamond painting, I've been complaining, I think, the whole week that I've been struggling to listen and concentrate to my audiobooks. But when I was doing that, because it's such a mind-numbing exercise, and you just like onto the next bead and onto the next little gem, it was so calming that my brain was ultra focused on my audiobook, and I was listening to Immortal Dark the whole time. Guys, I was having a good time, and the book was like hitting the way that it needed to hit. And I think right now I'm about 60% into the book. Before I started with the diamond painting, I was at about 29% of the book, and like it just showed how much progress I had. And now it gave me that feeling of I actually want to do something else that would make me feel that kind of relaxation again. This is also so nice. It's like a banana tree. It's so nice. It is so nice. I want to show you the one that I did the other day. So this is the one that I did 2 days ago, and it just it calmed me so much. I loved doing it. This is what happened at the back. The bleeding through. But yeah, I absolutely love this. I absolutely love this. I know the paper, I wanted to see, I don't think the paper would make a difference, but I also have this one. This one is a bit more intricate, and like all the designs. Let's see. Oh, is this a bunny? Oh, there's a bunny. Like it has, I've got so many pages still left to color in. So yeah, this is definitely a hobby that I want to continue to do. And yeah, I'm just unlock my creativity. Look at my child. When I say she likes to draw and she likes art, and she just finds anywhere to draw. But right now she knows if you want to draw, go get some blank paper, and then you can draw on blank paper. So I need to always make sure that there's blank paper in the house. Oh, I remember I started doing this at some point, but I think it's so much better with the markers, because I don't have to like sharpen the whole time, and I don't have to really press my pen to get into the coloring. But yeah, I got 60% into this book, which I'm not sure how far that is actually. I'm gonna say that I'm on page 47, which is on, not page 47, chapter 47, which is on page 300. So I've made a good dent in this one. And as I was listening to it yesterday, I would start smiling at some parts of it. Now I can tell that this is a fantasy romance with an enemies to lovers romance trope. And if there was ever an enemies to lovers that was written so well, it is in this book. It is in this book. Like, I have not doubted for a second that these two people do not like each other, and they are actively trying to sabotage each other. So you've got Susenyos, who is the vampire and the last vampire for the Adan family, and then you've got Kidan Adan, who is at this point the last heir of the Kidan family. So her aunt recently passed away, and her parents left the house to Susenyos, and the kids come to claim the inheritance. And she's essentially there to stop him from inheriting, because she really hates vampires. She's been raised to hate vampires, and she wants him out. But he also really, really wants this inheritance, and we don't know yet what his motivations are, but I have a feeling that he's not actually as bad as he is like portrayed to be, or the way that he acts, and everybody believes that he's bad because of all these things that he's done. But why I believe that he's not bad is because he's got people that are loyal to him, like to a fault. Like, they will not let anything harm him. They will protect him at all cost, and they will handle anybody who even thinks to threaten Susenyos. So there's something in me that's just like, he's probably acting this way so that people respect and don't bother him but fear him, and the fear is what is keeping the people in line. So it's also this whole back and forth between them. It feels so tangible, so real, so believable that I'm just like, when you know that this is a romance, but now you're doubting the fact that it's a romance because of the animosity between these two characters. You're just like, how are you going to turn this around? And I feel like I'm at a point where we are about to turn this around. Is this the first book in a series? This book better be a series, because I'm like, yes, I still have a lot to go, but I don't know if this is part of a series. And if it is part of a series, I have a feeling that it is going to end in a cliffhanger. I really hope that I really think it's gonna end in a cliffhanger, but I'm having such a great time with this one. There's some politics and there's a new faction that has been introduced to us that you see is trying to and is pulling some strings around this university, and they're causing things to happen, whether deadly or not, that will benefit their end goal. And they're using students, they're using vampires to get to what they want. And they have people who are desperate enough to come to them for help and getting them to do certain things to gain that help. It is, yeah, it's a lot, but I am having a really good time with it. I can't wait to just keep reading this book. It's so good. Like when I started and I was reading it, I like to think of where my star rating will land as I'm reading, because I want to constantly be aware of if that star rating is changing. And yesterday when I started listening, it felt like this could be a 4-star read. And after I continued to read yesterday, I'm like, oh, I'll be getting to 4.5 stars. I don't know. Am I being also like, because on my heart, I think I started being very stingy. But yeah, I'm having a very, very good time with this one. I'll keep listening to it as I'm ironing and doing other like menial work and blending, but juicing. So yeah, but this is what I've been listening to, and I'm just gonna sit here and continue editing so I can finish doing that. It's only like 32 minutes of this, so I can finish it quickly. I just need to concentrate and do it. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna stop talking, go make my matcha, and then come finish editing. So this is what the bookshelves look like right now. They are next to the television, but it actually looks really good from this angle. I definitely want like a plant here or maybe there. That speaker can always move. That's usually where the PlayStation also stays. Those bottles just need to be refilled. That's a reminder to do it. So what I had over there was the book cart, which it can always go back there, but I feel like I would like to have a tall plant there instead. But yeah, this is what the bookshelf looks like. This is what I mean when I said that I need to remove the lights and then redo them nicely. You see how that side it started at the top, but this side didn't have anything at the top because these lights there's less of them. But I'm gonna figure it out and get them to look really nice. So let's get closer. So I've organized this according to rainbow colors. So we started on this side with all the whites, and I wanted to have this book as front facing. I really love this cover, and this is a reminder to go back to this book because I really did enjoy it when I read part 1, and I never got to the rest of it. I do have some books at the back. This one actually needs to be donated to the library because I'm like, who can I give it to? This one, and I think it's signed. Oh, this one is not signed, but it was a copy from Pan. I think it's gonna go to the library pile. So yeah, it's gonna go to the library pile. And then I got this one there. So we've got a lot of books that I haven't read yet. I did mention that this year I'm going to be very brutal when it comes to unholding books, because there's books that I've had for a very long time. Like this one, I've had a very, very long time. I've had this one for a long time, and this and that. So this one is a book that I can read whenever, and this one I got last year. This I got last year. This one was also 2 years old. This I want to read very soon. Novella I really want to read very soon as well. And yeah, we've got all these books there. And then this side I kept my fantasies. So we've got all of Brandon Sanderson. We've got R.F. Kuang. So there's Way of Kings. We've got The Final Empire. The second book I'm reading this month. So that's why there's a gap there. It's keeping space. We've got The Burning God, The Poppy War, one of my favorite series. We've got Iron Gold, one of my favorite series. I need to go back to this one for Olivia Blake. And then we transition to the yellows. Some of these yellows are YAs that I know I'm going to read and unhaul. So this one, I don't know if I'll unhaul, but these two, I want to just get rid of my YAs and give them to my niece. This I'm going to unhaul. This one I really struggled with. I will try again, but I know it's not a book that I'm going to keep because I DNF'd, I soft DNF'd it. And then this one is a new one that I got from Cassava Republic, and I realized that it wasn't the first Cassava Republic book I had, because I did have the 100 Wells of Salaga. We've got some beautiful yellows here that I have not touched, and hopefully I can. More yellows here. We are going to be reading The First Woman for our book club sometime this year. It might be our next read if I'm not mistaken. We've got Patience is a Subtle Thief. I need to get to James S.A. Corey. And then one of my favorites. Favorite books. Priory of the Orange Tree, a very beautiful one. I do want to get to Pride and Prejudice this year. Homegoing, I'm not sure if you're reading Homegoing, but it's a book that I want to personally read. And yeah, then we move over to the oranges. I love this book so much. We've got another Jane Austen. What else have I read from here? Rubies and Rain I'm still busy with, so I need to actually go back to this one and finish it. And the rest I still need to read. And then we transition to the pinks. This one was kind of like a mix of orange and pinks. This is why it's sitting at the bottom. And then I was hoping to like transition. This should probably be a bit higher, but it's whatever. But yeah, I haven't read anything on here. The only thing I've read is this, which is bad. No, the book is great. It's bad that in this shelf the only thing I've read is this, which just shows you how many books I still have. And then we continue with our pinks. I put this one here because the spine is predominantly pink, but it does have some greenery, and I actually really love the front-facing cover. So yeah, this is what we've got. Wayward was one of my favorite books. I can't wait for the release of her new book this year. And we've got all of these that I haven't read. Pages & Co. I'm in the middle of reading the series right now. You guys know from this week that I finished book 1, and I've got book 2 on my TBR for February. And then we transition to the reds. Got one of my favorite books as well from Sarah J. Maas, Crescent City. I love this cover. It's a little like bent because it's been read twice. Okay, it's been loved. It's been tabbed. And then I've got some books at the back I still need to read. Fractal Noise, this one, The Myth of Normal, and Black Consciousness I haven't read, and Ancestral I haven't read. So I still have a lot to read, but I really wanted this book to be like front-facing, but front-facing in this way and not front-facing in that way. See? That's what I wanted, and I love looking at it like that. And then we've got more reds here, a combination of books that I have not touched. And then I transitioned to the greens. We got my little hydro plant. Ooh, don't bend it. We've got my little hydro plant in this glass jar. And yeah, these are all the green books in there. I've got Chain of Gold, which is a book that I want to also read this year. I absolutely love this cover. It's going fall. It's just or autumn, as we would call it on our side. But I love it. I love the reds. I love the oranges. I love the greens. It's just so stunning. And then I've got more greens here. And for this front facing, I chose Witches Steeped in Gold. I would have probably chosen the beautiful ones, but I was starting to see that I'm running out of space and I needed smaller books to pile behind each other. So we've got the Holopox here, a Nevermore series. We've got the Once and Future Queen, which I have to read. We've got Sharp Objects by Gillian Flynn. We've got Helen Oyeyemi. And my favorite, we've got the 5th season. I've already read it, so this is why it can stay at the back. Then we keep continuing with the greens. We've got Wolf's Song as front facing. And then we've got a lot of green books here. I've read Spy Family Volumes 1 and 2. Favorite manga series. And then we transition to the blues. I've got another Cassandra Clare here because these covers are so beautiful. The 3rd book is not in hardback, which makes me sad, but it's fine. We'll get the hardback. But this is what we've got going on in the blues. This is where I think I started getting very tired. I started getting tired at this point, and I didn't really care too much about having a perfect transition from a darker blue to a lighter blue, so I just went with it, man. This is what we got as well. And then we transition a bit more to the very dark blues and transitioning to purples. I've got A Day of Fallen Night by Samantha Shannon, which I actually have to go and read. And then we continue with our purples down here. We've got some Levy Blake there. And we keep going with that. And then I decided at this point, because I'd started with the darker purples, that I just transition into lighter purples. And then we get to like very dark grays and then lighter grays. And then somehow I've got dark grays again, but I really wanted to keep my Sarah J. Maas together, especially with the series that the covers are the same. I really wanted to keep them together. So I've got Throne of Glass, which I'm still collecting and reading. And then I've got one of my favorite authors right now, Carissa Broadband, is bringing it with all the vampires and the romance and plot. And it just, she's rocking my world right now. More grays here, and then transition into browns and some golds and like books that I didn't know where to place them. And then we got to the blacks, which was the easiest because I could just stack according to size. So you'll see I've got all these paperbacks stacked all the way to the top. Okay, and then we've got some on the side here. We've got all the George R.R. Martins. Well, not all, because I'm still collecting, but all the ones I do own. And then we've got some books down here. I recently read The Starless Sea, loved it. Looking forward to reading Ordinary Monsters by J.M. Miro, and I believe that they also have a new book coming out this year. And then we got The End by Dubusani Dube, which is weird because that's the only book I have in the series. And then we've got some fantasies. I need to get to Babel this year, and I need to reread To Sleep in a Sea of Stars, one of my favorite and the first adult sci-fi that I ever read. And I had a great time, and I want to go back to that. You've got Throne of the Fallen by Karen Maniscalco. She is also an author that I really enjoyed last year. And then we've got all these books that I have not read yet, except for Guild and Glint. I need to get back to the series. And then the last one, we've got a bunch of random books that I haven't read as well. And then we've got the book cart. So top part of the book cart, especially the ones in vertical, are the books that are all part of my TBR. So this top shelf is where I always put my current TBR. And then at the back, I just stack books that couldn't fit anywhere, but books that I do want to read soon, like Blackguard, 7 Days in June, The Fury, I want to read, Can't Spell Treason Without Tea, and House of Hunger are books that I want to try and prioritize in the coming months. And then the rest of it is literally mostly for space. But that's a series that I want to read this year. That's a series I want to read this year. That's a book I want to start this year. I don't have the rest of it. Here is also a bunch of books that had multicolors on the spine, and I didn't know what to do with them. The Final Strife is a book that I want to read this year. And then we turn it around because, I mean, what would it be if it was not full? And look at that book, doesn't even fit. I need to fix that and find a home for it. But yeah, this book I want to read this year. What else do I want to read here from this year? I don't know. And then down here, I've got my TBR jar, my book bags, and what do you call these things? I've got these things, okay, for my books to protect my books, book sleeves and things like that in there. And then my very small portion of graphic novels is right here. I also like to rearrange my house a little bit here and there, which is what you guys would have also noticed in the previous apartment as well. I kept moving things around to try and find space, and right now I found so much space. When I come here, like, look at, there's so much space here. Like, this is where I was sitting now to do my work. I still need to get dining chairs for this table, which I haven't gotten yet. But yeah, when I do, we'll start using this as our dining space. But right now, this table has become like my craft corner. It just feels more open because we had the bookshelf here the whole time, and now it just feels more open. Who knew? Just by doing that, just by rearranging that. So yeah, all the books at the top are books that I am stacking for my unhaul, and I thought that there wouldn't be like enough space on the couch, but there's still enough space. But the couch, I can walk nicely there, I can sit there, like the path is still open. So yeah, I'm so happy, you guys. What do you think about my bookshelf, the rearrangement, and the way it looks right now? I will figure out what to do about the blank space for sure.